should I have a 6-month reserve for living expenses? I think that's a really good idea, just because it'll take pressure off your mental if you do have a losing month. Again, though, that depends how stressed you are as a person who has a losing month and knows that you don't have a 6-month cushion. It all comes down to how much you trust yourself. Like, this, the key to this post is that, like, and this is something that Seven said that I agree with, but in a slightly different way. Seven said, the general rule of thumb is if you have to ask these questions, then you're probably not already winning enough to call it a career. I would rephrase that and say, if you're asking these questions, you don't trust yourself enough to be a long-term professional. So few people understand how much of this hinges on self-trust, because there's no fucking one-size-fits-all blueprint for telling you like what schedule you should be on, how many buy-ins you should use, and what stakes you should play. It's all very much derived by what feels resonant to you as a person, and so much of that in terms of what's going to cause you stress and what you can deal with is based on how much you trust yourself. If you took a nosebleed player right now and threw him back in a small stakes environment, or told him, hey bro, you get to move to Nevada with 50,000, how are you going to do it? I'm pretty sure he'd be much more aggressive than the typical guy who posts this type of post in a Run It Once forum. The simple reason being that he trusts himself much more. He's already embodied the energetic kingdom of someone who belongs at high stakes, and that's everything. Like, the more you guys see that your paradigm literally dictates your growth pattern, the more you can accept the fact that, like, this stuff is much less tangible than you think. Like, it's not about the perfect blueprint that just works. You can't just copy shit and expect it to work. I've been saying that a lot lately. Everything works from within a bigger context, and a lot of what dictates the efficiency of your context is how much trust you have in it. How much are you in conflict with the context that you've developed? Because if you don't fucking believe yourself on a day-to-day basis that you can actually do it, and I mean that from the micro of showing up and winning in poker, or to the macro of, like, making this schedule work for you, like making this macro view of your career work for you, you're going to fucking sabotage yourself. Just like that guy who's posting that question, like, I don't want to blow this pot. He thinks he's managing a situation well, but he's actually sabotaging the quality of his thought process. The two things that you need the most in order to have accelerated growth are tools and trust. You need to actually find something that's coming from a high caliber approach that can scale itself for your growth, and then you need trust.